What is up, guys? Today we are back for UFC 328 full card predictions. I cannot wait for this banger card of the year. I mean, we got Chimaev, we got Chimaev, we got Sean Strickland. I mean, that press conference today was absolutely insane. I mean, they were going at it. Strickland was mauling into how Hamza Chimaev is a you know what, and Chimaev was going into Strickland on how his dad beat him up as a kid. I mean, it was an absolute crazy press conference. Tyra and Van really just sat there and did nothing, but I cannot wait for this card. We're going to start with Jose Ochoa and build our way up all the way to Chimaev with Strickland. And man, I cannot wait for this card. Let's get into it. So for the early prelims, I'm gonna kind of run through it pretty fast, even though they're pretty stacked for the hardcores. But for people that want to just watch the vid, I'm gonna go through them quickly. Jose Ochoa, I think he's gonna knock out Carpenter. Susurkayev, great young prospect. I think he's gonna win the submission over to Jordan Santos. Pat Sabatini, I think he's gonna win a decision over William Gomez. And Marco Tulio, I think is gonna knock out Roman Kopylov. We'll see how these work out. I'm pretty confident in my early prelim picks, but I'm pretty excited. I'm going to this card in real life, so I cannot wait for this. This is going to be awesome. And let's get into the prelims. First fight on the prelims. Jared Gordon, I think he's going to win a decision over Jim Miller. Jim Miller, legend of the UFC. Same thing with Jared Gordon. I mean, not really legends, but they're definitely crafty vets. And I think Jared Gordon is going to throw up a crafty vet victory. The guy's from Astoria. I got to go with the hometown guy. I think he's going to win a decision. Maybe a boring decision, but if there's going to be a finish in this fight, I think that the finish is going to go to Jim Miller, actually. But I think Jared Gordon has the cardio to go through 3 rounds, and I think he's going to win a decision. Next fight on the card, Mateus Rebeshki versus Grant Dawson. I think this is an underrated fight. No one's really talking about it. But every time Mateus Rebeshki fights, it's always a fight of the year candidate. I mean, when he fought, I'm forgetting the guy, Chris Duncan, absolute banger of a fight. It was a good fight. Chris Duncan won it. I'm pretty excited. I think Rebeshki is going to knock out Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson is coming off of a knockout loss over Manuel Torres at 323. That was obviously good for him. Manuel Torres is going to be fighting Fiziev. That's going to be a good fight for him. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mateus Rebeshki to knock out Grant Dawson. Next fight on the card, we have Yoel Alvarez. Yoel Alvarez, I don't know, I was blanking on his name. Yoel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. I definitely pronounced that wrong. But the guy, I think he was a double champ at Bellator. I'm not sure. He was definitely a champ at Bellator. I know that. But the guy's 29-1. He's got a crazy record. But he just submitted Neil Magny in December, first round submission. No one really does that unless you're the tippity top of the top. Like Carlos Prates finished Neil Magny. Ian Gary fought Neil Magny. I'm not sure if he finished him. Not off the top of my head. I don't remember. But I know that really the top of the division fights Neil Magny. And when they win in convincing fashion. They're top of the division caliber. But for some reason in this fight, I think Yoel Alvarez is going to be winning this fight. I'm going to go Yoel Alvarez to win a decision, Yoel Alvarez is a very good fighter. He fought Vicente Luque at Brazil whenever Charles fought Matheus Gamrot. So I cannot wait for that fight. That fight's going to be awesome. And let's go to the next fight on the card, which is Atiba Gautier. Next fight on the card, Atiba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. I don't even need to explain this. Atiba Gautier, he's going to go out there and knock him out in probably a minute. I think that fight's going to lead us quickly. I don't even have to explain it. Atiba Gautier, the guy's huge. He's going to go out there and knock out Ozzy Diaz. Next fight. Next fight on the card, King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy, who the fuck is that guy? Stephens is going to get knocked out by my boy Bobby Green. Friend of the channel, Bobby Green. Goes out there, shouts out his club, wins by knockout. I cannot wait for this. King Green, awesome guy. I love watching his fights. When he got knocked out by Mauricio Rufi in March last year, I was pretty mad. But Mauricio Rufi shows that he's top level when he beat Rafael Fiziev at Australia in January. So I'm not really too concerned about that loss for King Green. He seems like he's bounced back. He beat Lance Gibson, who seems like he's a good up-and-comer. He's also beaten Daniel Zellhuber at UFC Mexico in February or March. I'm not forgetting when that date was, but he won by knockout over Daniel Zellhuber, who by no means is a bad fighter. So I'm gonna go with King Green to knock out Jeremy Stephens. It's not gonna be a great retirement for Jeremy Stephens, but I cannot wait for that fight. I love King Green. I love me some King Green. So yeah, let's go with King Green by knockout. Next fight on the card: Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady. These two got some beef. Buckley is a dog, but his last fight against Kamaru Usman, he got dominated in the wrestling. Is Sean Brady going to dominate him in the wrestling? Maybe. You know, Sean Brady's last fight against Michael Morales in New York City. Michael Morales did his thing, won by knockout. It's like Brady's a grappler, Joaquin Buckley's a striker. They both lost to each other's styles in their last fight. It's who's going to show they improve the most. Based off of what I've seen, I think that Joaquin Buckley has improved the most over Sean Brady, and I think that he's going to win by knockout. Either in the third or second round, I think Buckley's going to catch him on the chin. I can't wait for this fight. This is going to be two dudes who are beefing. They're going to want to throw hands, and I think that's going to be where Sean Brady gets caught. Sean Brady obviously isn't the best with his hands. I think we're going to see that, and I think Joaquin Buckley is going to be better with his takedown defense, and I think he's going to expose Sean Brady on the feet and win by knockout in probably the second round. Let's go to the next fight, which is Volkov versus the Dominican Papi, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Next fight. Like I said, Waldo Cortez Acosta returns. His last fight was over Derek Lewis by knockout. I wanted Lewis to win, but I had Waldo. I knew Waldo was going to win that fight. Volkov coming off of a win, a very controversial split decision over Jailton Almeida, which I thank Volkov for winning that because I really do not like Jailton Almeida. Thank God they cut him. I'm going to go Volkov by decision. Volkov, I mean, I love Waldo. I got to say that first. I love Waldo. But I think Volkov is a nightmare matchup for him. Excuse me. If you back up Waldo and you put pressure on him, he's going to want to catch you with a counter strike. I think Volkov's smart enough to know that he can back away from those. Waldo, I don't know. Like, he's got some cardio. We've seen he's got better cardio than Derek Lewis, which I guess is, I mean, that's not hard. I think I might have better cardio than Derek Lewis. But I'm going to go Volkov by decision. Waldo, if he's going to win by knockout. But I could see Waldo mixing in the wrestling here. I know Volkov is not the greatest on the ground. I mean, we saw Jailton Almeida obviously easily take him down, but Jailton Almeida is a different level of wrestler than someone like Waldo. So this is definitely going to be an interesting fight. This is going to be I don't think there's going to be a finish in this fight. I think this is going to be a 29-28 Volkov win where he just shows, hey, there's levels to this at the heavyweight division. I love Waldo, but he's going to take a step back. And like I said in my last video, or 2 videos ago actually, that sets up perfectly for a Hokit fight at 3:30 if he wins against Derek Lewis. That's going to happen. Co-main event of the evening, Tatsuro Taira versus Joshua Van. Oh, boy. I love Joshua Van, but, man, this is like a nightmare matchup for him. I thought Van would beat Pantoja. I was pretty confident in that at 323. He did. I don't care. Broken arm. You won the fight. You walked away victorious with the belt. I'm going to go with Tatsuro Taira by 3rd round submission. I don't love it. I really don't. I want Joshua Van to go out there and win a decision. I would love that. I would love for excuse me. I would love for Joshua Van to go out there and win by knockout. It's not going to happen, though. Tatsuro Taira is going to get the submission. He's going to scream, "I'm happy, thank you." And, man, I want Joshua Van to win this so bad, but I'm going to go Tatsuro Taira because this is just not a good matchup for him. Tatsuro Taira, I've seen his Instagram. He's improving his striking. I haven't seen Joshua Van's takedown defense from someone the caliber of Tatsuro Taira. You know, Brandon Royval, he's going to want to strike with him. 13 seconds is not long enough with Alessandro Pantoja. You know, Ray Cerullo, his teammate, a teammate of Tetsuro Taira's, I'm not going to compare him to Tetsuro Taira because he's not on the same level. I'm going to go with Tetsuro Taira. I'm going to go with my gut. My head and my heart is obviously saying Joshua Van. Come on, pick the guy. I've been watching him for so long. Literally been watching this guy since his maybe UFC debut. I'm not remembering, but I definitely been watching this guy since he's been on early prelims. I know that. And I want to pick him so bad, and it's hurting my soul not to. But I'm going with Tetsuro Taira to win this submission by submission. And man, it hurts me to say this. Tetsuro Taira is going to be the new flyweight champion. He's going to fight Alessandro Pantoja in Japan whenever they go to Japan. Oh, man. All right. Tetsuro Taira submission, third round. I don't like it. I hate it. But I don't hate it because I do like Tetsuro Taira. But, man, only if Joshua Van was proven on the ground, man. But I can't say Joshua Van's going to win because I don't have enough proof that he can defend the takedowns. But, man, oh, dude. Nah. Tetsuro Taira by third round submission. Book it. Main event of the evening. Khamzat Boars Chimaev versus Sean Tarzan Strickland. I don't even think that's his nickname anymore. But Sean Strickland, man, the guy could talk some crap. So could Khamzat. I mean, they had an absolute blast, blasting each other with side jokes not even side jokes. They were poking at each other, trying to poke at the bear. But for Strickland to be the wolf. Sean Strickland, you know what he's going to do? He's going to want to jab and teep his way to a 49-46 decision. He's not going to be able to do that against Khamzat Chimaev. I have to say that. He has to switch his style. He has to be a little bit more aggressive. If you want to be Khamzat, you have to be the aggressor. You can't be the guy backing up. I mean, look at what Gilbert Burns did. Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman made it an interesting fight. If Kamaru Usman fought Khamzat Chimaev for 5 rounds, I would love to watch that fight. I think that would be an interesting fight. Obviously, it's not what happens. It was a 3-round fight, and he lost. Some people say it was a robbery. I can't tell you. But I'm going to go with Sean Strickland to lose. Sean Strickland's not winning this. Of course, I would love to see Sean Strickland win this fight. He's not winning this. I'm going to go Khamzat Chimaev by a snooze fest 50-45. I don't think he's going to submit him. I saw a highlight, Sean Strickland never been attempted submission against him. I think that changes in this fight. I think Khamzat's going to try and throw a neck crank or a rear naked choke or something. He's going to try and show face crank, something. He's going to try and break Strickland's face. No doubt in my head about that. But I think that Chimaev, Strickland is good with getting up from takedowns. He is. And I really am going to see I want to see if Strickland gets up. Because if Strickland gets up, this is going to be such an interesting fight. Because we have never seen Khamzat. I mean, we have, and it's been interesting. But with a striker the level of Strickland, we don't know how he's going to be in this 3rd and 5th round. Because I think Strickland is a better striker than DDP. I mean, DDP is just a weird fighter in general. But DDP, I knew DDP wasn't going to be able to get up. I thought Khamzat was going to sub DDP. But I knew DDP wasn't going to be able to get up. I knew it. And he didn't. Strickland, on the other hand, I think Strickland can get up. DDP in the 5th round, he obviously figured out how to stop those takedowns. Still got taken down. But Strickland, the thing is, he's trained with these Chechens and these Dagestani wrestlers. He knows what he's going against. He's trained with Khamzat. I think he will be able to get up. Will he stop the takedown? Absolutely not. Khamzat's going to shoot in under 10 seconds and land it. Probably get to the back immediately. I think that Strickland will be able to get up. I think he will, and I think he'll break away, and I think we're going to see more striking scenarios in this fight than we did in the DDP fight. I think that over 5 rounds, Khamzat's going to gas a little. I mean, Khamzat's gas tank is absolutely amazing, but it's amazing when you're laying on top of a guy for 5 rounds, not when you're actually, trying to attempt to take someone down and not get the takedown, not get what you wanted in general. And then after that, you're going to have to strike with one of the best strikers in the UFC. I think that this is going to be an interesting fight. Don't count out Khamzat striking. Khamzat's a great striker. I've seen it. We've all seen it. He's not a bad striker. I mean, he is a little iffy sometimes, but he's a great wrestler, and it combines with the striking. I think he'll be fine in this fight. I'm going to go 49-46 Khamzat decision. 50-45 Hamzat decision. Hamzat's going to win this fight. I don't think he's going to finish Strickland. Strickland's a very tough guy to finish. You're not Alex Pereira. Hamzat Chimaev. Chill out. If you go to 205, stay away from King Holberg. But I cannot wait. This main event's going to be awesome. This whole card is going to be awesome. Let's go. UFC 328 predictions done.